Welcome to Learn English Online, lesson number 8, part 2. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked already about the basics form, how to change active sentences into passive voice, alright? And you have to follow the two basic steps in the previous video by finding the subject, object and main verb, and then change the verb form into passive. But what is new in this video? As I have promised, in this video I'm going to show you the basics form or the two basics tips that really easy for you to know how to form passive from active sentence without remembering all the tenses forms. Alright, so what you have to do is just only two basic rules. Alright, so now before we begin, just let review a little bit the basic forms of passive voice. So passive voice basically formed by verb to be plus verb 3 or verb to be plus past participle, right? We call this past participle or verb 3. So what to know and what is the most important thing you should consider before changing the active into passive voice? The first one is you have to remember the main verb in active sentence always change to verb 3. Alright, so please remember, do not change any part. What we focus is only the main verb in active sentence. Change only the main verb in active sentence into verb 3 and then add up verb to be. Alright, so when you add up verb to be, please remember the 6 basic rule that verb to be can be into passive voice. Alright, so now please have a look at the 6 basic rule of passive voice of verb to be, okay? So verb to be, if you want to add up before verb 3 in passive voice, please remember if the active sentence, here the active sentence, if the active sentence is the infinitive, then you have to put to be before verb 3, alright? To be and then verb 3. If it used after modal verb like can, could, may, might, must, or something like that, you have to use be before verb 3, right? And what about if it is simple present? Simple present, you have to put am is are before the verb 3. This means the verb to be here am is are, right? So please remember. And in simple past, verb to be will be changed to was, were, and then plus verb 3. But remember, in any perfect tense, verb to be will be changed to been, right? So in any perfect tense in passive, please remember been will be in front of verb 3. And then if in any continuous tense or progressive tense, to be will be being, okay? Will be being and then plus verb 3. Okay, so again, please remember to change only the main verb of the active sentence into verb 3 and then add up verb to be. And the basic rule to add up verb to be, just only 6 basic rules right here. Alright, so now we begin with the 2 examples of infinitives and modal verb. Someone needs to clean the floor, right? And then as you already learned, the floor is the object, so the floor will be the subject in a passive sentence. So someone needs to clean the floor. If you study the sentence, you will see that to clean here and the word clean is the main verb. To clean is infinitive, right? Here is the main verb. If you see the main verb and then what you're going to do with the main verb is to change it to verb 3. All right, so now I change it into verb 3 right here. So clean is verb 3 already. And then what you're going to do is add up verb to be. Right? Step number 2 is to add up verb to be before verb 3. So verb to be right here is infinitive, to add up with infinitive, so verb to be will be to be. So we add right here, we add to be plus with verb 3. All right, so like the form we stated above. So the sentence reads, the floor needs to be clean. Actually, the floor needs to be cleaned by someone. But generally, in passive, if the subject and active is not a specific name of a person or something like that, not a proper noun, we usually do not rewrite it again with phrase by. Okay, so hope you remember that. Alright, so please move to the last example. Jasper must write a letter is an active sentence, right? And as you already know, a letter here is an object, so a letter will be the subject in passive sentence. But what we focus is the first step, you have to change the main verb into verb 3, okay? So don't care any other parts of the verb. Just say that must write. So write here is the main verb and must is modal verb. Why this is the main verb? If the sentence reads without must, still the sentence makes sense. But if a sentence reads without the word write, then Jasper must a letter, that is not quite a sentence, right? It does not make sense. That's why write here is the main verb. And what to do with the main verb? Change it to verb 3, all right? So write will be written, right? So here written, so written is verb 3. And what to do next? To add up verb to be. And must here is modal auxiliary verb, right? So after modal verb, our to be will be all right? So you just add up be in front of verb 3 right here and keep must, okay? So the full sentence reads, a letter must be written by Jasper. Since Jasper is the proper noun, specific name, so we change it to agent and plus phrase by, right? So it's quite simple. Whenever you want to change active sentences into passive, just remember to change the main verb. Change the main verb into verb 3 and then add up verb to be, and the basic rule to remember how to add up verb to be in different tenses. Just quite simple. It's just 6. Imagine if you try to remember 12 sentences form. I think it's quite a lot. But here just only 6 basic rule with 2 simple steps, right? So if you remember the 2 simple steps right here, then it's really easy for you to change active to passive sentences without any doubt, or you do it confidently. We're going to talk or discuss more about 12 tenses with active change to passive. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.